Hey YouTube, had somebody on, I think it was on one of the chats, ask about a garden update. Let me get over here, hopefully show up. So far it's doing good. This is potatoes right here. And as you can see, they're all coming up really good. Probably here soon, as some of these smaller ones get bigger, I'm going to box this in and fill it maybe with like hay, maybe get a bag of peat moss. It's pretty cheap and covers a lot of area, but get a bale of straw and some peat moss or something and cover them up. Everything I've looked into potatoes, because I kept wondering why my potatoes would just come out like little bitty potatoes. I have all this greenery, I'll get it out in a second, you know, just flourishing. And I was have been told in many videos that when you got too much of the potatoes coming up in the green leaves and stuff, you got too much of this out of the ground, it's soaking up all the nutrients to build leaves and stems and what have you, and it's not going to the potatoes. So you keep them covered up. You know, when this comes up, you know, I'll cover it up to here and let it grow through that again. And just, I'm not going to build a huge structure, but at least one layer I'm going to do and see how that does. All right, I got some pepper plants. Let's see what this one is. I forget now. Habanero. And then these are just some type of chili, I think. Hot banana peppers. And I think that's what all these are right here. Got several of them. I mean, they already had the like one pepper on them already. This one's got a couple of blooms and a pepper on it. I need to weed this out, but I've been working on, you probably can't even see it in the camera hardly. It's so small right now, asparagus. Got several of those coming up. Probably need a lot more. This was the biggest one, so I could probably start harvesting this one next year for sure. So they say it takes a couple of years for them to finally get to where you can harvest them. There's one there and one there. You can't really see them. I got a few more over there. They're so tiny right now. But for the most part, my garden is, damn, I had a shotgun shell. Oh, it didn't come up loaded. It's a dud. There's a lot of 9mm 223 7.62 40 by 39 planted, and none of them's ever came up. But anyway, for the most part, my garden is black-eyed peas and English peas. They did really good last year, so I thought I would really push to do those this year. I actually got some spots I can see that they're not coming up, so I gotta replant some. But they're doing good. I got, which I need to water it. I've gotten a good bit of rain here lately, so it's really soft soil here. Something new, buddy of mine at work has been playing around trying to grow tobacco, and he gave me, what did he give me? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 or 6 tobacco plants already started. So I'm gonna play around with that. I put them at the back of the garden because they can grow pretty high, so I don't want them blocking the sun for anything else. And then I got cucumbers coming up good. Need to come out here and start weeding it before it gets out of control. Got cucumbers. Got a whole row of them. I'm going to try to do some pickles this year. I hope this is not too bright. I can't hardly see the viewfinder. Got about, 6 tomato plants. I never do good with tomatoes, but I try them every year anyway. Because even though they don't do good, what I do get, they're good tomatoes. So anyway, there's a little garden update. This area right here, in between where you can see some of the peas coming up and the tomatoes, I hadn't planted anything here. Hadn't really decided. I think I'm going to plant some squash, maybe some zucchini. They usually do pretty good for me. As you can see, Now look over the garden. You see how this is shaded? Just like with my solar panels, I have limited sunlight. It's about 12 noon right now. I got so many trees, it's just hard to get a lot of sun. It's just, I get a few hours of really good sun, and then that's it. And then by 3 or 4 o'clock, the sun's done over the hill. So anyway, there's my little garden update. It's doing good so far. Got high hopes for it. I planted all the peas from seed. Of course, potatoes, you know, whatever. The only thing I bought the tomato plants already started, and I bought the peppers already started. But the rest of it's all from seeds right here in the garden. I didn't try to grow them in the house first and get them started. I just put the seeds in the ground. Boom, there it is. So anyway, see you later, YouTube.